Gwan, peeps, gwan. It's Valerie's Naturals, Oracles. How you doing today? Good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. It's lovely to be here with you right now. So if you are watching this is all about tarot card interpretations. And I can't believe we've got to number 21, the World card. So that means we've gone through every single major arcana in the deck so far. That's 21 cards. There's a 50 odd to go though. So probably after this we'll go to the actual court card, which is the characters in tarot. But first of all, we got the World card to get through first. And what do I feel about the World card? Anyway, before we go on to that, why are you not subscribed yet? Hit the subscribe button, the alert bell, so you know when I'm going to do another video. Because, and also, there is a whole playlist of what I've done so far, and it will have all 21 in the actual, all 21 major arcanas in the actual playlist that goes with this, okay? I mean, by the time I finish, I would have gone through the whole deck. Okay, so I'm going for it one by one, week by week. So that means we've done 21 weeks of, no, 22, because as we know, the full card is at 0. So if you didn't realize, okay, and if you read the origins of the actual major arcana, it's the Fool going through a journey. And the Fool goes through each and every one of these steps. Okay, so they've gone straight through from the Magician to the Hermit. They've gone through this whole journey and they've gotten to the World card. And this is where things open up for them. Do you know what I mean? So when you see this card, it means about cycles are closing. For me, because I should explain, and I always forget. What I do is I do my explanation, which can be a bit quirky sometimes. Then I show you other decks with the same card, but they look so different and mean so different in other decks. And then I give you the text version, the textbook version of whatever the card is, which is the World card today. And also, if you didn't know, I actually do worksheets. There's a basic version and an extended version, okay? The basic version is free to anybody who wants to actually download it, okay? So you can connect for it, and I will put a link in there. But I do have an extended version that gives you the health, the love. It gives you the finances, the spiritual meaning of the message. It gives you the family meaning of the message and all the reversals that go with it. And that's the extended, which is for Patreons only. So it's a great big exhaustive thing. And I do this on a weekly basis. And it's 2 worksheets, one basic, one extensive. But you'll get the extensive on Patreon because Patreon gets all the privileges. But anyway, let's get on with this. So the World card to me is going through cycles. In some cards it shows it as all the seasons, but this is the Rider-Waite. So the Rider-Waite shows animal characters, and these animal characters, if you didn't know, have special meanings in the actual spiritual world. So when you see this one example, it's normally an owl, but this is a, what is this? I don't know, but it's normally an owl. But that bird is all about wisdom. This is about strength. This is about stability and tenacity. And this is all about love because it's a cherub. And if you didn't know, this is you going through cycles, closing cycles, or going through some slow success. And this is what it's about. It's about successes that, you know, every time when I do a reading for this, I always say big things are gwan, because this is you moving on with your life. Exciting new things are happening. You're closing cycles or opening new ones. But this card is usually about luck, unless it's next door to something that is quite karmic, like justice or the Wheel of Fortune. So if it's paired up with one of those tiles, for me, that's when it gets karmic. But normally this card means that it's good luck. It's good wish. It's good success coming your way. It might have been not full easy. It might not have been easy, but you're going to get here when you see this card. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is just show you some other cards of the same World card. And notice it's XXI, which is number 21. So let's go on to another deck. And this one is a little bit on the raunchy side. And I do use it for how do I say, readings, and people ask for sexual readings. There is such thing as sex tarot. Okay, and there's numerous decks you can get, and this just happens to be one of them. So I'm going to show it to you, but the card itself is not that sexual, but the deck is. So here it is, and it looks very similar to this one, because although it doesn't have a sexual connotation, this one does. Do you see how voluptuous she is? Do you see her holding the fire? Do you see like the fire, the butterfly? Do you see the shell? Do you see the crystal? This is all the things that, I mean, you have a fuel, you have a fire. But do you notice she's holding the flower as well? It's a bit of a, this one's a bit of a conundrum for me, because it is from this deck here. And look how sexual that is. It is called Erotic Fantasy Tarot. And most of the characters are fantasy, and they are quite erotic, and you can use them in a sex reading. But I'm not going there. But I just wanted to show you the differences. I mean, look how different that is from that one, from the original. And now I'm going to go to one of my favorite decks that I use for personal readings a lot of the time, and it's called the Tarot of Dreams. And this is the world card for this. Now, do you notice there's like a clown-like person in the middle, or the Fool? Is it? Oh, do you know what you can look at it as? This is you on your journey through all the cards, because this is what it is. The Fool goes through a journey through all the major arcana and comes to here, and this is what this character is. This is this person leaping of faith. And you see what I mean about the seasons? It's showing clouds, it's like spring, summer, winter, autumn here. Or you could look at the elements of earth, fire, water and air. This is more like it. But whatever it is, these are all going through a season. And it's about closing and opening cycles. Now, I've got one more deck to show you, just to show you how different some of these decks are, even though they say they are wide awake. And this one is a new deck for me, and I still need to do an actual review on it, because I do reviews as well of these decks. Okay, and this one is so unusual. I had to have it. It comes with a great big hardback book and the card. So this is a hardback book. That's how deep it is. But look at this world card. Isn't that fantastic? It's more made it about people than it is about the actual cycle itself. And it's almost like you are the warrior now, and you have spirit with you, guiding you and protecting you. Your guides and angels, and you are open to the transformation. And this is what this says to me. Isn't that a fantastic depiction of the world card? And again, it says XXI. So remember that. That's the number 21 in Roman numerals. So let's get the textbook version before I go, because I don't want to drag this out for you too much, because we've all got things to do, and you wanted to see, you know, if you want to learn tarot, the next step from here is I'm just giving you the basics. But mind you, if you go to the extensive leaflet that I'm actually attaching to this, I'll actually put the link in the description. It will give you an extensive view of it, and you can go away and do your further research. And this is what this is all about. And you know, sometimes it's about choices about decks you use, because some of them are quite simple and some of them give a different meaning entirely. Like this one, even though it's the same card, it looks like a different meaning, doesn't it? This is all about using your intuition. So I'm going to give you the textbook version. It's very short, it's very sweet and to the point. So let's go, people, let's go. So, having learned the lessons presented by all the previous cards in the major arcana, they're talking particularly about the Fool card, the Fool, we finally arrive at the world. The world brings the assurance of success, victory and triumph. This card doesn't indicate overnight success, but rather the accomplishment of a goal that has been steadily worked towards. Rewards are well deserved, and you will feel delighted with your achievements. So it's just one of those yes cards, isn't it? Unless it's next to cards that I know. So I hope that makes sense to you and why the world card is here. But like I said, it's depicted differently. I mean, look at this one. It's got the four corners is like characters, and then the four corners is about, you know, things and places. Why has my phone suddenly gone foggy? Come on, phone, there you go. And then about different places. But then this is about all the elements, and this one doesn't do it at all. Do you see what I mean? So if you want further explanations, please go to the link in my description box below. I do have worksheets. I have extensive as well as basic. The basic is open to the public. The extensive, you know, you need to be one of my patrons to get hold of that. So, until next time, take care, people.